Hi, I'm Lynette Frazier, and I'm going to present to you these 16 life hacks from Father Flanagan's Boys Town. Number 16, greeting others. A simple way to greet a person is to look at the person, use a pleasant voice, and say hi or hello, whether you're walking past them in the hallway or you're seeing them on the sidewalk. Following instructions. Look at the person, say okay, do what you've been asked to do right away, and then check back later. Whether you're following instructions that your parents are giving you, that your teachers are giving you, or your friend is trying to show you how to put something on YouTube, you need to acknowledge that person by saying okay and looking at them. Getting a teacher's attention. Look at the teacher, raise your hand, and stay calm, because the teacher might not be able to call on you right away. You might have to wait a little bit. Wait until the teacher says your name, then ask your question. Asking permission. Look at the person, use a calm and pleasant voice, say, "May I?" and then ask whatever question it is. May I have a tissue? May I sharpen my pencil? Could be a number of things. Accept the answer calmly. Might be a yes, might be a no. Accepting no for an answer. Look at the person, say okay, stay calm, because maybe you asked to use the restroom and the teacher said no. It happens. Maybe they're in the middle of direct instruction and it's not a good time for you to leave. So, number 4 there, if you disagree, ask later. Accepting criticism or consequences. Nobody's perfect. And sometimes you need someone to point out if you've done something you're not supposed to. Look at the person, say okay, and stay calm. I have a list of consequences posted in my classroom. The first thing you're going to get is a verbal warning. I'm going to say, hey, whatever you're doing, you need to cut it out. Then, if it persists and it happens again, you get a 15-minute D-haul. And we're going to be calling home to let your parents know that this is an issue. Third time still happening, you're going to get a 30-minute D-haul either before or after school, and we're going to contact home again. If it continues to happen after that, your 4th consequence is just referrals to the office, which normally doesn't happen because after talking to your parents and talking to you, normally we figure out a way to fix whatever's going wrong so that we're not having that problem anymore. And it's okay to make mistakes. You just let them be pointed out to you and then you move on. Disagreeing appropriately. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. If someone makes a mistake, or if you don't agree with someone else, whether it's your friends, your parents, you look at the person, use a pleasant voice, tell why you feel differently, give a specific reason, tell them the reason you feel differently, not just, oh, I don't agree with you. Listen to the other person. Let them respond back to you so you can have a conversation rather than just an argument. You can disagree with someone and not have to argue about it. You would just discuss it instead. Making an apology. When things do not go as planned, sometimes you have to apologize. Look at the person. Use a serious and sincere voice. You have to mean what you're saying. Say, I am sorry for whatever it was, or I want to apologize for whatever it is. Explain how you plan to do better in the future, and say, thanks for listening. If they stood there and listened to you and let you apologize to them, that's great. Having a conversation. This is great with friends. This is great if you're working with a teacher, your parents, your grandparents, whoever it is. Look at the person, use a pleasant voice, listen to what the person is saying. That's a big step. Actually listening to what that person is saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak. When there is a break in the conversation, then you can ask questions and share your thoughts. Respond to what they say to you. Reflect back something they just were talking about so that they know you really heard them. Asking for help. You look at the person you're asking for help. Ask that person if they have time to help you. Everyone's time is precious. They might be busy and unable to help you at the moment. Clearly explain the kind of help you need. If you're working with a partner and you say, I don't get this, that's not what to do. You could say, I'm not sure where to start, or I think I'm supposed to multiply. Have an actual reason why you're needing help. Thank that person for helping. Big thing. Just being polite makes them want to help you again in the future. Staying on task. Look at your task or assignment. You're going to have to read it to try and figure out what it's asking you. Think about the steps needed to complete the task. Focus all of your attention on that task, not who's walking by in the hallway. Stop working when instructed, because sometimes there's a typo and I'm going to need to be able to say, hey, look at the typo on this page, and then we're going to have to go from there. Or maybe I've made a mistake in an example and we need to go over it. Lots of things could happen. Ignore distractions or interruptions from others. Just because someone else isn't on task doesn't mean you can't be. Sharing something. I have students who share pencils. We share our markers, our rulers, protractors. Let the other person use the item first. That's courteous. Handing it to that person and saying, here, you go ahead. Ask for it if you can use it when they're done. When you get to use it, offer it back to them after you've used it. What a wonderful thing to do at home, at school, in your life. Working with others. Identify what task is wanting to be completed. Assess the task, assign the task to each person. Discuss ideas in a calm, quiet voice and let everyone share their ideas. Work on tasks until complete. Everyone has a job and you're going to get it done together. Listening. Look at the person who is talking, remain quiet, wait until that person is through before you speak. Show that you heard them by nodding your head and saying, okay, or that's interesting, or I like how you said blah, 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 something about what they said. Appropriate voice tone. Whether you're at home, in a classroom, on the bus, in the cafeteria, listen to the level of the voices around you. Change your voice to match. Watch and listen for visual or verbal clues that are saying, hey, maybe we need to lower our voices. Adjust your voice as needed. And the number one life hack that I personally have trouble with is accepting a compliment. When someone says, I like your shoes, or great job on that assignment, look at the person, use a pleasant voice, and say, thank you. These have been the 16 life hacks from Father Flanagan's Boy Town, presented by me, Lynette Frazier. At this point, I want to thank you for your time, and remember to do your whack. You've already done the watching. You may need to rewatch. I want you to go ahead and analyze this video and come up with a summary of what you think was important in this presentation. What were the main points that you needed to write down? Create some sort of a question about this video. Some sort of a question to say what you didn't understand, or maybe about a particular life hack. Thank you so much.